Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the show today. Uh, as you can see, we we have some package for you guys, especially this time when we have a lot of controversy going on in the struggle. We have a lot of people who are still trying to figure out where they are. In terms of, are they federalists? Are they independentists? We have a lot of those people, but as the years goes by, as the struggle goes by, there are people who are coming to their senses that what they thought or what they believe is not what is reality. Those people who dream of a kind of utopian society, a utopian kind of country. Utopia is a country where you think that everything will be nice, everything will be fine. There's no problem there. If you believe in that kind of utopia country in the Republique, then most of them have failed. Most of them are realizing themselves. Okay. But if you see what these people are doing to our people, of recent we saw killings, we saw murder, we saw massacre going on. This is what our people have been going on for the past how many years. But some people still get the guts to still believe they can get something from these people. I don't know what kind of dream do they have, but I don't know, because if you still believe that you can still get something from these people, I mean, I still don't understand. Okay. Because look at how wicked these people are. They are going to schools. They go and be shaving students' head. What are military going to do in schools? They go there to rape children. They go there to do atrocities. They have no business in school. They have no business in school. These are the students talking.
Hey. But I'm okay in this school now, boy. Hey. Hey. GTH is going to be yes. Yeah, I didn't also say no that them this master and the chef picking their head. I said they take care of school the Asha. Yes. They cut people that for the school. Enter our class, they charge me. Now one motor this.
They go to schools.
But I'm okay in this school now,
they
boy.
behave like discipline masters.
Hey.
Look at that Amoka.
Hey.
Okay, this is against human rights.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't also say no that them this master and the chef picking their head. I said they take care of school the Asha. Yes. They cut people that for the school. Enter our class, they charge me. Now one motor this.
You see? They go to schools, they rape the children, they take them up, they shave their hair, they behave like discipline master. That's how those students are saying, right? The students reacted. You see, they had to take one of those armor cars and trash it. Okay, that's what they did. And sometimes, if they don't do like that, these people will keep coming to their schools to come and harass them, to come and pick up the girls. You see? It's so sad that military will go to schools and harass students. What has the military got to do with students in their schools? It's terrible. It's terrible. The current Canadian High Commissioner is leaving office. We saw him going to visit Paul Biya. He's going to tell Paul Biya farewell. But we know that the Canadian government has an obligation, especially the support that they gave to the Swiss-led negotiation. It was very, very outstanding, especially financially, and the moral support that they gave to the Swiss-led negotiation. You see. So we hope that the new move that we are seeing is a positive one, but not the one that the Canadian High Commission and the government initiated. We don't want a kind of negotiation or dialogue that is not internationally recognized. We also the dialogue of the one of Canada. It was internationally recognized by international community. So this one we don't see any support. So we can attend such backdoor negotiation, and we hear that there were no support for that. Okay. Yes, we have to follow what is just. We have to follow what is true. Okay. Our comrade Bo Herbert tried to give his own take on why they didn't attend the Canadian negotiation because of certain reasons. Take a listen.
Negotiations as a way out, a political settlement. That was the purpose. And when Comrade Joe Ayaba issued a statement at the end of the meetings with the mediator in the spring, he put it very clearly. Number one was, I recognize why you guys committed, because we want to show the world that we want a political settlement. But I understand again why we did not commit, because we must tell the world that we are not going to accept anything less than independence. And it is important for these two aspects to be reflected, and to be reflected in a constructive manner, which is why Comrade Joe Ayaba engages with the mediator. That is why when we sat with the Swiss, we insisted with the Swiss government that we wanted someone sent to our comrades, including Comrade Joe Ayaba especially, and we said that delegation should go at ministerial level to him, to invite him to join. If we were trying to build some house here, if we were trying to set some agenda here, we would be more hesitant about saying, if someone is out, we should leave them out. But what you are seeing right now is how processes get destroyed. And it is part of the thing that we absolutely alerted the people of Ambazonia to at the start. We said, if movements that existed up to the time that act was created, if they apply for membership, we will accept them. And the reason was because we knew that La Republique du Cameroun, for the purposes of destroying the negotiation, was going to go out and create groups. We did not know that they were going to create another act. Now, this is news to us. They have finally delivered on one of their greatest objectives, which is just give the impression that there's really, in fact, two acts. This is the absolute part to destroying and preventing the people of Ambazonia from achieving what they need to achieve. This process is slow. The people we are looking to bring to the table of negotiation, as much as we talk about Cameroon, it is the international community that will deliver for the people of Ambazonia. That is why we insist with the people of Ambazonia that what we need to have at the table, we already have. We have the UK at the table. I said I was talking from Canada. Canada was first to get on board with supporting for financing. We have the European Union on board. We have the African Union on board. We have the United Nations. We have the UK. We have the USA. We have Commonwealth on board. These are the people who will put the pressure on the Biya regime. And I want to say that the Biya regime for us is not really who we're waiting for at that table of negotiation, because we know that Cameroon is not independent. We are waiting for the French We know that the big obstacle to this whole process, the persons not engaging today, the people not engaging are the French. The French are standing in the way, they're benefiting from everything, and Cameroon has been going through this process of recolonization by proxy for the purposes of benefiting the French. And so, for the people of Ambazonia, what we need to do is to understand, if we gather as we are gathering today, and we say we are all united in seeing what this process should deliver, we will give little excuse to the international community to go around, as Mr. Thibault Nash has been going around and saying, they are not united. Well, the United States was not united. All history books say that only 30% of the people of the United States supported their independence. Up to 15% of them fought with the British against their own independence. They cannot find 2% of Ambazonians fighting with the Republique Cameroon against our independence. We have like 99% of our people on board. And if they were to set the table of negotiation today and to bring the actors that need to be at that table, including La Republique du Cameroon and including France, they will be amazed by the level of unity of the people of Ambazonia. Because we are united about getting a political settlement that leads to the restoration of the independence of our homeland. That we are not divided about. And so, while I say we should be patient, I also say we need to show this unity and tell the world we are together, moving forward to this table of negotiation. So Cameroon and France don't have an excuse, and the international community does not have an excuse to give us.
Thank you very much. I see Dr. Choi. Dr. Akonga, is that your...
Wow, that's Comrade Bo made it clear, and I gathered from his comment. I gathered two very important points there. One, La Republique is trying to create another act. You know, La Republique is good at that. Okay, they don't want to resolve this problem. The only way they want to resolve the problem is by creating different factions, creating stuffs, so that they will tell the international community that, oh, these people are not united. You see, you have a platform that is in Switzerland already. The countries were engaged. Our leaders, most of our frontline leaders were already engaged. You know, La Republique never showed concern. They dodged and went to Canada, just to confuse the international community that they are trying to do some sort of negotiation, whereas it was all fake. You know, it was all fake. If you want to solve a problem, you follow the normal channel to solve a problem. You won't be using all the backside, okay, half-baked solutions, trying to go behind the back, trying to use all kinds of fake people, calling them leaders. The people know their leaders. You cannot impose the people leaders on them. Okay, they know who are their leaders. So no, whether you use the backdoor negotiation or you use what kind of negotiation, it won't work. That's just a waste of time. For the past 5-6 years, La Republique has been doing this. Okay, it is not working. It's not working. They have to recognize that first. You know, if you have a problem, if you don't first recognize that problem, you will never solve that problem. You will never solve it. The first thing to do to solve a problem is first accept that this problem is my problem and I have to resolve this problem. But once you neglect that problem, none of that problem will go around. What goes around will come around. Okay? It will go around and come around. And that is what they are trying to do. It's going around and coming back, going around, coming back. Okay? Some of our activists, our brothers who are in La Republique, they are trying to cry some foul. They are saying that they have abandoned some guys that were supposed to go to the World Cup. You know, I just brought them up so that you can listen to some of them. Okay, they are saying that La Republique is discriminating, is manipulating. But these are things that we have been saying from 2016. maybe so after these past 5 years, some of them have not still realized why our people are still fighting today. Okay, because of these things that they are complaining now. We told them long ago. Take a listen to some of them.
Hello guys. So the 2022 World Cup just started. And Cameroon is participating in the tournament. And obviously, there's no Anglophone influencer in Qatar. Obviously, they did not select or invite or value any Anglophone influencer. In fact, we have one of the biggest influencers in Africa, and they're from Anglophone region. One of the most international influencers in Cameroon are from the Anglophone region. The social media right now in Cameroon is being occupied by Anglophone influencers. But the 2022 World Cup is going on, and they have handpicked the Francophone influencers and neglected the Anglophone influencers. Ignored us like we don't exist. This is exactly how the crisis started in the Anglophone region. Exactly something like this. They ignore us like we don't exist.
Exactly.
They discriminate us. They marginalize us. This is how it started. You act like we don't exist, like a country, we are not in it. Every day we keep putting this country on the map. We travel all over the country, all over the world.
I thought for the past 6 years, you people would have known that before.
They make us to understand that we are not part of Cameroon. And you create this pain in us, and you want peace to reign in this country. I don't know who I'm supposed to be addressing. Is it Papa
of course, you are not part of Cameroon.
I don't know.
You part of.
To let you know that this is how the crisis started. We cannot be in a nation, and some people are being marginalized, neglected, ignored. And you want to go and win the World Cup, and you want peace to reign in the country. Look at this, my brother, Food Dennis.
Go take that
cup. Who released a term to support the World Cup. We will take that cup.
My brother.
They ignored him. Blatantly, they ignored him, and they used his phrase to go to Qatar to go and promote the World Cup. What do you people take us for?
That is a kind of conscientization. We call it when you start to understand who you are, because some people think that we are in this struggle because we just want to be in the struggle. Some of them who think that they can get something from La Republique are started realizing themselves that they are nothing there. Nobody considers you people. You don't belong there. You cannot force yourself to belong where you don't belong. You can't look. We have lived and schooled in Yaoundé, in those areas. You will never be welcome there. No matter how you behave, smile, you laugh, you do whatever, you will never be welcome in somebody's area. You will never. Check out
we go take that call, we go take that call. Person use that statement, they don't forget about it. They don't know who's away there. Anglophones, our mummunness done too much. I want to address you today. Man, reducing music. And in case if you like this music, this is by our own Zamali, the title now.
Say Anglophones.
Jara.
Mummunness.
Go and listen to it.
I've never heard that term, mummunness.
Yes, my people. This is Magoju. I will speak in the vernacular so that make it enter some of our people, because I want to talk now for our people. Our mummunness done too much. Then they call it Anglophone. We are proven to be fools. Anglophones, we are proven to be fools. Hey, we go take that cup, The person who thought we go take that cup, they don't even know say
Oh,
they don't even know
man,
his
this
name.
will keep on
They don't
laughing.
even use the image. The print his shirt. We you know even know, you don't even come out talk say you know
Man,
they no
these
right.
guys
No man is
are
talking
killing
anything. The
people
one
laugh,
talk to use
man.
them. The very the present generation, so the youths, now, the dullness part, even our forefathers when they make the mistake with this side. So the present generation, the dullness, it pass. Look at yourself. So when they don't competition that this and that, blah blah blah, they come up go sing song, they sing World Cup song, sing this one. You sing. The one where they sing for can, last for can and they sing song. Beg people then they tag it all kind way. Tag they call Ambe. They even play his song for radio for CRTV radio. Talk less of say they even call it acknowledge the song. When I don't go come out spend money, go sing somewhere. They no go go and listen and say talk less than even for do it. He say you want to hard. Our mumunes no, but you know what? The youths. Why I say youth? Because I don't see as in now. Even our parents, they already know the problem. These youths, we are so ignorant. Some of these youths, them.
Really, mumunes.
You are so stupid and so ignorant to the extent we know. I don't know why I said they don't hypnotize some of una. I don't feel see the marginalization that is there. You grow inside marginalization. They don't even come now where your eyes supposed to open. You know one great open your eyes. Person will say we go take that cup, we go take that cup. They not going to say they exist, but it's slogan day. They use as a headline. They use as a headline. The image they use as a headline, but they don't say they exist. The one talk, someone can't talk, say they cry. They cry because they want to open your stupid brain. You say they cry.
Thank you.
All the
Thank you for that.
since crisis where they go
At least I don't laugh small, bro.
They suffer.
Leave up,
the artisan, influencer, content creator, them. They never ever now.
See, it makes people laugh sometimes, but we are not supposed to laugh. Okay. Yeah, we are not supposed to laugh, but that is the situation that our people are going through. You know, they believe that they belong. You know, the worst thing for you is to stay in somebody's country and believe that you belong in that country. Any country you are, it doesn't belong to you. So far as you are Ambazonian is your country. There are people who are born in many of those other countries thinking that they'll belong, but you listen what they tell them. Go back to your country. Go back to your country. So now, if they say go back to your country, you have not been fighting, you have not been supporting the struggle, where will you go? No country is yours. No country is yours, no matter what you do. You can convince yourself that you have a country somewhere, but your conscience will tell you that your country is Ambazonia. So far as that's your country. Except Ambazonia is not your country, but you will be convinced, you know in your mind that this is not your country. Yes, that's not your country. So just know that. Our brother Mark and Eric Tatos, they made a comment too about the World Cup. They gave embargo that people should not even watch the World Cup. You know, take a listen.
Hello, my name is Eric Tato. I am an Ambazonian activist and a rebel against the state of Cameroon. And this message, I will talk about PG, so that me all my way to Ambazonian, especially when I want to intend to support World Cup openly, when I listen attentively to me. So this message be against the state of Cameroon and against Una, whether the influencer or be any normal man to quarter, where you want to support this World Cup. I want to give you some very serious news. Any man who will see for Facebook, for WhatsApp, for social media, when an anglophone or an Ambazonia, where from Bamenda, or which we can say northwest and southwest, or northern and southern zone, why is it not for Yaoundé, or is it not Qatar, or is it not Dubai, or is it not which country, where you get Facebook page or WhatsApp, you openly support these guys the way they go for World Cup, where they call themselves Indomitable Lions. Might give you some news. One fight and will arrest you. If not arrest you, come out now. We come out of Bamenda on a mountain, any side, we will find something related to you, we'll make sure to punish you with accordance to this new law and come out as this World Cup to go on. Now wait till you can say boycott. Any Ambazonian, when they born you for Amber land, you get for boycott. Any people concern this World Cup. Because it's so stupid. Say the boys, they know they go play this World Cup. All them that papa and ministers, na generals, na captains of the army. Now that people, their papa, they order, we don't kill our picking them, rape one of them, bomb our villages, cut down our crops, render we homeless, make we refugees, and then when I get for Facebook, social media, when they make noise, they cry for support, the same people where their papa don't order, they can kill our uncle, they rape our mommy. Those people don't ever open their mouth talk anything about this crisis. Listen, I want them all Anglophone be fine. From Bamenda one, all man be okay. But for this very World Cup, if you be person, you watch, if you show match for any bar, any Cameroon match, go say Amber fighter will come to disrupt the match. And you a bar will arrest you. So no match no show for inside Bamenda, Boya, Tico, and Limbe. So the one that bring one in Ambazonian fighters. Any man wanna see a bar or a uprising to show match where what people they gather, they watch them, disrupt them, and I take the responsibility 1,000,000%. Listen, I don't know one thing, right? There are things that people don't do. When people they fight for liberation, we want them to you what people will not be disturbed. We don't want them anybody be unjustly arrested or wait to someone that can't kidnapped. No one that can't will happen. But for this very World Cup, if we see you show match, or you on social media where the Anglophone influencer, or if anything where relate to Anglophone, then you support Cameroon. Listen, talk about your belly. If you post on your page, we will find you. If you report scores for match, what Cameroon people will find you. And this is very serious. It will not get you after, before the World Cup, during this World Cup. We'll get you after, and you pay the same. You pay for the same kind of way where anyone will catch you in the World Cup. You pay for a crime. So any man with it out there, be aware. You pay. It's a crime. If you show it's a crime, and you pay for it dearly. And what will be your penalty? When we arrest you, we'll keep you for the length of time for this World Cup. If World Cup will pay for 1 month, for 2 weeks, that's from the time World Cup that end. Even after World Cup, cash you will keep you. So if you not say you be man picking, you be woman, go again what you support Cameroon. That kind of stupidity is. They kill what people then. When I did all over social media, they say these very people, they're not listening. And some guy, everyone complain. Say, oh, they're not calling, I'm gonna go for World Cup, I'm gonna do this for do it. For do it. They won't call you the rule. You not say Cameroon, no say, and because they exist. So we will use our own method, our own strategy. If you not say the person, I mean Eric Tato, find out about Eric Tato if you're watching for the first time. If you support Cameroon, whether you be activist or you be influencer or the Facebook page, we will arrest you. Let me talk. Call me anyway. Take this video now. Send them for American embassy. For the World Cup, yes, I talk. I talk because there's war in that country, and we don't talk say when America to say me some person boycott Russia, right? If the person goes support Russia, America do that. If you penalize the person, now me I don't talk. If you know say the person support the World Cup, wave it on the phone, your switch will do for you. Thank you so much. Nonsense.
Wow. Okay. So you see now the information that we Eric Tatoro Passam. Make una listen one way where brother Mark Barata to be Passam. So make people know watch that World Cup with the Passam because when I watch him.
My mommy them, my papa them, my brothers and sisters them for inside ground zero. Today na the 20th of November in the year of our Lord 2022. I want to just come for thank all our Ambazonian forces on the ground for finally concluding. Say, make our people on the ground, may they ensure, say, when French Cameroon they play a football for any of the days, may they sit down for house. May no bar no open. May no gathering no be. So people then from Tico, Mutengene, Victoria, Boya, Bamenda, Kumba, Mamfe, Bangem, Kumbo, all across Ambaland. It not just be proper, it is an immoral thing to do. It is an immoral thing to do. Very immoral thing to do for watch Cameroon match, for public place, for bar, for restaurant, for off license, or for any gathering. It be very immoral and improper. It be very insensitive to the souls where they don't die on the ground. I'm not gonna know say Ambazonian forces they in different format. they did in civilians, they did in military, they did in many ways, and they did amongst us. So make some man not shoot down for bar or for any gathering in the workshop, and they think say it go scot-free. There shall be consequences for any bar, any restaurant, any off license, any person where he gather. It means say you not be sensitive to the killings of French Cameroon. We cannot be seen to be supporting French Cameroon forces, French Cameroon football team, where the country it continue for the kill, the maim, and occupy our land. We must stand up like the Ukrainians for deny anything Cameroon, So if you enjoy any other football match, will not get problem. No mean like all will like football. Even me I like football, I go to watch them. Yes, I go to watch them. So if you enjoy any other football match anywhere, watch it. But please make sure make you avoid French Cameroon football matches. This one that the message where our forces they don't give them. So make people make sure they should not for house. They avoid those matches. May God bless you now, and may God bless Ambazonia. Bye bye.
So it is really true, because when you have a crisis, when you are in a war, when you are in a very unforeseen circumstances, then people are going out to rejoice. Okay, just barely yesterday we heard of some massacre going on. So how do you put this together? There are people who are supposed to be taken care of in the refugee camps. There are people still languishing in jails. You go out and be rejoicing when your people are suffering. We need to start having conscience. We need to start thinking about our people. Those people who are suffering, those people who are not going to school, those people who are in jail, those people who are in refugee camps. How do you expect them to stay in those kind of conditions, languishing in jail, that you want to go and be supporting the people who are suppressing your own people? One of our own brother that we all know, one of those our brother called Jumaine Franklin. Jumaine Franklin wrote a long letter. This is a letter. Let me read the letter for you. Jumaine Franklin cried out. That's the letter. He said, let me read it. They stole my sweat. I don't know which sweat he's talking about, but that's the title of his letter. They stole my sweat. I was called up to be part of influencers for the cocaine. After many people agitated all over Cameroon that I must be part of that group, I received my accreditation after the opening match and never miss any AFCON game, be it in Olembe or Vandena. I made an effort to fuel my car from my pocket and be present in the stadium. Match Cameroon versus Egypt, my car battery died around the entrance to the Yaoundé City Council. I trekked from there to Loncac roundabout to buy new battery for 40,000 francs, extracting all the money in my Momo account. Maybe I was even cheated. But since I was running late for the match amidst the heavy traffic, I had to pay in that desperation. God so kind, my car wasn't scratched where it got stuck in the middle of the highway, obstructing circulation for close to 45 minutes. I finally drove off and succeeded to watch that match live, making my report online in the process as usual. It happened that we lost the match via penalty, so I considered the delays I had experienced on my way to Olembe as a bad omen. You all know the difficult moments we passed through in the Ahmadu Ahijo Stadium during the classification match, reason why I attached the picture whose story you also know. Leaving my house every day at midday and hanging on the stadium at least 4 hours before the start of the matches was a routine I gladly endured till the closing ceremony of the final AFCON in 2021. God helped me through hunger, thirst, tension, fatigue. This is Jume Flankin speaking. God helped me through hunger, thirst, tension, fatigue, and even spared me from stampede, granting me a safe ride to and back from each of the match. Okay, this is Jume Franklin writing on. I braced the dark, for we never left the playground before sunset. You won't believe it. You won't believe if I tell you that after all this labor, I got neither a liter of petrol nor a mere thank you as a reward. This is Jume Franklin talking, you know. Instead, ladies who were in that same group of influencers with me dine and wine in the VIP section of the stadium each time and were finally given exorbitant sums of money. All the other influencers were paid. It wasn't till date. When I questioned the authorities in charge of influencers, they told me les choses là sont compliquées. Beaucoup de gens ont volé l'argent de la canne. Okay? I guess I was treated like that because I was imposed on that group by public opinion. If I say now that I got such treatment, perhaps because I am an Anglophone, those who are comfortable will say I want to destabilize the country. But when people are treated like that, what do you expect them to think? Jume Franklin, that's you for you. I supported Samuel Eto'o because I thought he can make a difference. But look at how he has marginalized Anglophone influencers in Qatar. How many of us are there? I keep saying that if even football cannot unite us, then we are doomed. That is a message from Jume Franklin, and he writes his name, Jume Franklin. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you, some of these people who were proudly called blackleg, they have started realizing that they don't belong. You see, this is Jume Franklin saying that he supported Samuel Eto'o. So we since 2016, when we were fighting for this struggle, people didn't understand our way of thinking. When you think like a liberator, when you think like somebody who is a freedom fighter, you think ahead of time. Okay? We knew that we don't belong there. You can force yourself. You can go and do what you want. You can pretend you can belong. You can go and stay in Yaoundé. You don't belong there. Some people say, if Samuel Eto'o become president, he will change things. He will make things... My brother, just for this fake foot, how many appointees are Anglophones or Southern Cameroonians? How many? Samuel Eto'o did not appoint even one of his appointees in Fekafoot. Whereas you saw the performance of P.W. Bamenda, you saw the performance of Opopo, Victoria United. We have good people who can take part in sports. They don't consider you people. You people are forcing yourself. Why do you force yourself to where you don't belong to? You must not force yourself where they don't recognize you. Why do you think we want to secede? Why do you think we are imposing our secessionists? We want to live as fast as we can. That's why we are in this struggle. We are not in this struggle because of ourselves. We are in this struggle because of you people who don't understand. You don't understand that these people don't want you people there. They don't want to use you and dump you. Look, all of you, all these people complaining, Jume Franklin, the other people who are complaining, they use them and dump them. Use you and dump you. It's like a rack. You use a rack and clean the floor and trash a rack. then you complain. But we were telling people that these people will not welcome you as a people. You can do what you want. Those of us who have stayed in Yaoundé before, school in Yaoundé, live in Yaoundé, we chômé in Yaoundé before we travel abroad. I'll tell you. So don't come and tell us whether you know these people more than us. You don't know these people more than us. We know these people up front. This is the release that has been sent. They said is 100 days from today. 100 days. The Cameroon government must release the Naira 10. This is the message that was sent by the United Nations Commission on Human Rights. That this gave them until they say it's March the 1st. March the 1st, yes, of 2023. So we are counting on approximately 100 days for the release of the Naira 10. So by that time, we expect the Republique government to release the Naira 10. They gave them up to March the 1st of 2023. This is the document. So we hope that by then they will release the Naira 10. Okay, they will release the Naira 10. I was very happy with the report of Equinox, and and they really spell out a lot of things. And take a listen to Equinox.
Nations has called for the immediate release of the CRM political party members who have been detained in Kondengi in Yaoundé, as well as the Anglophone separatist leaders. The United Nations said their arrest and detention is illegal or arbitrary. Let's now have more with Informe and Sander.
This is published on November the 4th, 2022. The United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention wrote that the detention of militants of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement's opposition political party, as well as English-speaking separatist leaders, is arbitrary and they must be released immediately. The organ of the United Nations goes further to say that the detention of these leaders by the government of Cameroon is void of legal basis. The United Nations says the rights of 15 activists of the opposition Cameroon Renaissance Movement CRM political party, including its president Professor Maurice Kamto, have been flouted. In the case of the 15 CRM party supporters, the United Nations Working Group wrote that their arrest and detention is arbitrary because they were arrested and detained in the course of exercising their freedom of expression and their rights of association. In the case of Sesekwa Yuktabe and 9 others, the United Nations criticizes the fact that they were tried by a military court in violation of the International Covenant of Civil Rights signed by Cameroon. Prosecuted in particular for apology for acts of terrorism, the separatist leader and 9 others were arrested in Nigeria in 2018. Among the violations, according to the United Nations, is their arrest without an arrest warrant and their extradition to Cameroon, whereas they had refugee status. It is, however, uncertain what impact the United Nations opinion will have on the appeal trial of the activists, which should resume on Thursday, the 17th of November 2022. Lawyers for both cases are calling on the Cameroonian authorities to implement the task force's recommendations and release their clients.
Wow, it is very clear that Republique does not respect international laws. They don't respect international treaties, and they sign it. This treaty, like the one of the United Nations Human Rights on on refugee status, the right of refugee, the right of people who are seeking asylum in countries. You cannot go and arrest asylum seekers without due process, okay? Especially if that country has granted those people asylum already. You see, you can't. You can, unless the government of that country has finalized the asylum process before that country is the one to send them out. La Republique had no right to get into Nigeria and arrest people there. They had no right. It's against international law. It's against international law. You cannot go to a country and arrest people when first you have what we call these international land treaties. Okay, then you have to first of all make sure that these people are not having a status given to them by that country, okay, like asylum, like diplomatic immunity, like those kind of status that you cannot just go and arrest somebody like that. There will be some international agreement, okay, to make sure that these people's life will not be at risk. You cannot send people to harm's way. That it is against international human rights. It is against that. Because people are free to choose, people are free, and the main reason for anybody to seek asylum in any country is your political opinion. Number one reason for that they can grant you asylum in any country is your political opinion. Okay? So if your political opinion is against the government, the other government has a right to grant you asylum, because if you fear for your life, threat, if those aspects that can grant you asylum that your life is being threatened by the government of your country, is another reason for you to seek asylum and the asylum to be granted. So you cannot be in that state of a threat, state of fear of retribution, that threat of your life, then the other country send you back to harm's way. It is against the international law of asylum seeking and refugees. Okay, the fact that your life is threatened, even if that country does not grant you asylum, the fact that there is war in your country, you don't have the right to go to that war, irrespective of you seeking asylum. So refugee status and asylum status are two different things. Refugee is people who are living because there's war. Every country have the right to keep refugees. Asylum are people who have threat of their life, either political opinion, social group, or maybe their religious opinion, or their sex, in terms of gay and human those rights. So anything that threatens your life, that is where you come for asylum. Okay, so these Naira 10 leaders, they were already granted safe haven in Nigeria. So they fit in both cases, either being refugees or asylum seekers. So there was no reason whatsoever for Cameroon government to go and bribe their way through Nigeria and set up these leaders to be arrested. Okay, so we are just saying this because the United Nations Human Rights the commission that passed this judgment said that they gave the Republique March of 2023, 1st of March of 2023, to release Ayub Tabe and the Naira 10. So that is the ruling. So we are waiting, because La Republique, I know they don't respect it, because even the Nigerian government already passed this. This is not new. This ruling is not new. The Nigerian government also passed it, because they realized that La Republique government came to Nigeria and bribed some leaders, bribed some these Nigerian commissioner of police. That's who planned for this Naira 10 arrest. It was not the Nigerian government as a whole. So before the Nigerian government realized, they were already taken back to Cameroon. Had it been the Nigerian government really understood, that's why the Nigerian High Court passed a judgment that they should release all of them. Yes. So it's not about anything, Yeah. So it's very clear that we know much about that, and so that we this is
United Nations Human Rights Working Group has called for the immediate and unconditional release of the separatist leader Sisiku Julius Ayuk-Tabem and his co-accused.
CRTV also reported first in history for CRTV to speak the truth.
At its 94th session, according to the UN, the detention of the separatist leader and his co-detainees is arbitrary. Vanessa Mafokeng.
According to the document that sanctioned the 94th session of the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, the deprivation of liberty of Sisiku Ayuk-Tabem, Wilfred Tassang, Ngala Ufo, Blaise Sebidzem, Elias Ebai, Fidelis Ndeche, Egbe Ntui Ogok, Henry Tatakimeng, and Che Augustine Awasum is in violation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as well as the International Convention relating to civil and political rights, and is therefore arbitrary. Similarly, the UN Working Group says that the rights of the NERA 10 leaders have never been respected, neither by the Nigerian nor the Cameroonian governments. The group recounts that Sisiku Ayuk-Tabem and his 9 co-accused were abducted on the 5th of January 2018 at Nera Hotel in Nigeria, detained under inhuman conditions and forcefully deported to said in Cameroon. During the first 6 months of their detention at the Secretariat of State for Defense, the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention says the 10 individuals were tortured, bundled in minute cells infested by mosquitoes, rodents, cockroaches, ants, lizards, and so on. They were not let out of their cells that had no windows or ventilation except on few occasions in the middle of the night for interrogation. The UN regrets that despite a ruling by the Federal High Court of Nigeria in 2019 that the arrest and exportation of Sisiku and Co. was illegal and that the individuals should be returned to Nigeria, the Nigerian government is yet to react. The same applies to the Fundi High Court in Yaoundé that reportedly threw out a habeas corpus on behalf of the 10 NERA leaders without a hearing. All efforts by the UN to have the Nigerian and Cameroonian governments react on the state of detention of Sisiku Ayuk-Tabem and Co. have been futile. The 10 were sentenced to life in prison in 2019 by a military court for secession and tourism.
Vanessa Mafokeng reporting. In her, the 5th phase of the
Okay, thank you. So that is what happened. You know, from the CRTV report, you can see that they spoke of illegal arrests and illegal detention. So those are things that you have to put, you know, whenever there's a kind of international arrest, you know, if you have a warrant of arrest, it's different. But if you don't have a warrant, then the arrest is illegal because there's no proof of any judgment that is passed against them of crimes that they committed. Okay, so that's why they call it arbitrary, because it is illegal. Okay. Then they also talk about the way that they were being treated when they arrived. You see, SED. I know most of you might know about SED. SED is a torture chamber in Yaoundé. It's the place that they go and torture people. That is where they were kept incommunicado for months and months and months. Some of us even thought that they were killed. We thought that they were dead. We never heard about them. That's the situation. Yes. And when you hear, even if their own people now already know about them, then this is an Ivorian girl. These are Ivorian telling these Laraba people to shut their mouth. They only know to talk and drink Mimbo.
Il dit, vous les Camerounais là, les Songais, les Papatos d'Afrique là, prenez tabouret, asseyez-vous, vos chefs vont vous parler. C'est-à-dire qu'un Ivoirien parle là, vous Camerounais, vous devez vous taire. Mais j'ai comme l'impression que certains Camerounais, c'est-à-dire, voici des gens qui passent tout leur temps à boire. Ils passent tout leur temps, au lieu de penser même au développement de leur pays, ils passent tout leur temps à boire l'alcool. L'alcool a constipé, c'est-à-dire leur cerveau, de tel point qu'ils n'arrivent même pas à réfléchir au développement de leur pays. Voici un pays comme le Cameroun qui est numéro 1. Le pays où la corruption est légalisée. C'est bien et bien le Cameroun. Au jour d'aujourd'hui, vous Camerounais, vous allez parler si un Ivoirien, ou bien vous Camerounais, vous allez mal parler de son excellence, le président Alassane Ouattara, qui est un travailleur. Écoutez, dites à vos dirigeants, dites à Bia de vendre le Cameroun dans la main de Alassane Ouattara. On va vous montrer comment on développe un pays. C'est de ça qu'il s'agit. C'est de ça qu'il s'agit. Moi aujourd'hui, ça me dérange de voir qu'aujourd'hui, un pays comme le Cameroun, il n'y a pas d'eau, il n'y a pas d'électricité. Et puis quand on parle de ça, des analphabètes, vous vous mettez à insulter les gens. Moi, ma vidéo là, j'ai fait et je continuerai à faire des vidéos. S'il y a un Camerounais garçon, je le dis et j'insiste, s'il y a un Camerounais garçon qui ose répondre à cette vidéo, ça veut dire quoi? Vous pensez que la Côte d'Ivoire, là, c'est vos camarades? Vous pensez que le président Alassane Ouattara, c'est votre ami? Il n'est même pas l'ami de vos présidents. Il est le président de vos présidents. Vous devez le respecter. Parce que ce que vos présidents n'ont pas pu faire en 40 ans de pouvoir, Alassane Ouattara l'a fait. Il a fait en moins de 10 ans, il a développé son pays. Il a construit des infrastructures dans son pays. Quand un Ivoirien aujourd'hui regarde son pays, quand un bon Africain regarde la Côte d'Ivoire aujourd'hui, il est fier d'être africain. Tellement que vous êtes jaloux, vous êtes frustré, c'est-à-dire l'évolution de la Côte d'Ivoire vous a tellement choqué, je vous comprends, jusqu'à vous êtes devenu panafricain. Donc vous, vos panafricanistes là, ça se limite qu'à la Côte d'Ivoire, n'importe quoi, macrosophale, espèce de soulard. Vous aussi, vous allez parler si les gens. L'homme parle, Camerounais va parler. Pensez à développer vos pays. Le Camerounais paye combien dans son propre pays pour avoir un passeport? Et même quand il paye, est-ce qu'il...
I mean, this guy has explained. He has explained himself. I understand him. The anger is not even like people. Not only the Laraba people are angry now, or Ambazonians are angry, but the Africans are started getting angrier, even than us, more than us. You saw the other day, you saw how the Nigerian activists, all these Nigerian reporters talking about Bia, many people talking about him, you know. You saw the music, so people are just even angrier than us now, because he has been exposed, and the leadership has been exposed. For 40 years, you hear what he was saying. Nothing to show for 40 years. That is what some of you still believe that something can come out from this thing, from this relationship. The Dr. Simon Munzos and the Federalists. I never expected someone like Jume Franklin to be crying. After the one, this other one cried. He cried, and this one, the one they called Dr. Success. Whether the success come from what failure, I don't know. Because you cannot be supporting the wrong thing. Then you are crying that they did not pay your money. Jume Franklin is crying also. All of them are crying. How can you? We know these people more than you people. You are going to support them. Now you are crying that they did not give you even money for transport. Oh my God. Congo was crying that they did not pay his money. The Prime Minister promised him money. Black Leg are crying that they did not pay them. Oh my God. The thing you have to know, let me give this lesson before we close. If you have if you have problem with somebody, and somebody come and be supporting you against that person who is your friend, know that that person that you are supporting, know that you are a very bad person. Because if you come and be his friend too, you go and betray him the same way you are going to betray your own friend. So all these people call themselves black leg. La Republique know that they are very bad people. Because if you cannot stand with your people in times of problem, you go and support the enemy. The enemy will never take you serious. They will want to use you and dump you. That is a lesson for you guys. And thank you very much and stay blessed. God bless you. Okay? Let's pray for Ambazonia. We know we are going somewhere and we're going to arrive somewhere. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Those watching on your YouTube, Facebook, please hit your share button. Those watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much and see you in the next episode. God bless you all.